All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Monarchs and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check out. 240.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got an artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Running on first down, Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. The decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score is under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Luck. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Luck throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Luck on first down. A quick hitter complete. It's Schwartz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, it's Luck. This is Butler making the catch. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Luck now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And he's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Throwing on third down. Long. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimous St. Brown. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Flushed out right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
319.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Greystone, travel. Rush in. 11. It's alert. Check safety. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on second and long. Luck. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. Second and 5 now. Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, check, lock, you draw quarters.
Back to throw, Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
X3, 218, chop.
A shotgun snap for Love. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Six guys, check 6 guys.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will be angry?
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Monarchs.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
80 weapon. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Galladay, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll make it third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Luck going down the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Mike, pick up. Watch the run. Watch the run. Whoa. That's baby side.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they can't bring him down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing is Rodgers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Luck. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Luck. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Now it's Luck. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. from 17 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Here is Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Luck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Derrick Henry. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, box truck, box truck. Tim's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Luck now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Luck. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes, right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, the spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
On first down, it's Love. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Love. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
3 down, 3 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick.